Bob Massey, councilman from District 3, has spent 3 decades in this community teaching young people. He began his political career 12 years ago and is the most tenured member of the Fayetteville City Council. We took a moment to sit down with Bob to find out a little more about him and his hopes for the future of Fayetteville. We're so glad to have Bob Massey with us today. Bob is in his 6th term on the Fayetteville City Council and has been an educator for nearly 30 years, having worked at Fayetteville State for 6 years and 22 years at Fayetteville Technical Community College, and now you're still doing a little teaching in the school systems.
Right. I'm really glutton for punishment, but enjoying it every day. It's a challenge and it's a beautiful experience. So,
Bob, let me ask you this. What inspired you to run for the City Council 12 years ago?
You know, George, that's a question I very often ask myself. But the key is that I realized that this community was like on the cutting edge of some major changes. You know, even as I was coming to downtown today, I looked around and the whole facade of this community has changed. But more importantly than the physical facade is the intellectual facade, the people who are now staying in this community, who are bringing their expertise from all over the world, puts us right at the cutting edge of some major dynamic changes as we look at a general trend of urbanization up and down the East Coast.
So what do you think probably is the most important issue facing the City Council?
The key right now, as I see it, our primary aim and primary focus is to protect the quality of life for our citizens, particularly in light of the events that are occurring around the world. America is a blessed nation. We have so much to offer, so many opportunities. People come to us from all over the world, daring to explore their dreams and to build new realities. And our job is to be sure that the infrastructure is in place to make sure that people are able to, in fact, live out their dreams, and more importantly, build onto this American dream.
You and I grew up in this community. We've seen the changes, and of course, one of the great changes that we were a part of was the All-America City Award in 2001. You and I, and a group of about 100 folks, went down to Atlanta and worked real hard. That was the second time Fayetteville had been named an All-America City. Kind of in 1985, it was more brick and mortar, and in 2001, as it's been said, it was more about people and helping people. What did you take away from that All-America City Award that we went to down in Atlanta?
When we put the buildings on display in '85 and then came back in 2001 with looking at the programs that have now evolved, or that have evolved in this community, it was a well-earned award from the standpoint of we are an all-American city.
If you wanted to say something to the citizens of Fayetteville, North Carolina, that you've served so well, what would you say to them?
Dare to dream. Dare to believe. Dare to try. As we begin to think and plan and be sure that our niche in the future is in place, the citizens of this community need to dare to believe, dare to try, and the public servants who are tasked with maintaining the infrastructure, their job is to dare to create that infrastructure where these dreams can become reality.
Bob, is there any particular issue that you feel passionately about?
I'm most passionate about the appearance of our community. It's extremely important. Most times, first impressions are lasting impressions. People come into our city and they see certain things, and no matter what they see, the first impression is what they're going to carry back with them when they go to other parts of the world. But we also, as citizens, take pride in our homes and where we live. And we also clean up those areas so that as people ride around and look at our neighborhoods, they see a compassionate, or they see a clean Fayetteville, a compassionate Fayetteville, one where people really take time to, in fact, do the kind of things that they need to do to have a good-looking hometown.
Well, thank you for all you've done over these 30 years to help young people and 12 years as a city councilman, and we know you have many more years ahead of you in public service. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Good to be here.